Hi, I'm Frances Proctor, otherwise known as Angel Eyes Online. Today I'm going to do a quick video tutorial here to show you how to use a clip view to create a repeating art brush. So I've got my two little flowers here that we're going to use to repeat on our brush, and we're going to use a clip view to set it up so that we can position and rotate and resize these flowers and have a pleasing composition to our brush. So I'm just going to zoom in here very quickly and zoom in a little bit more on this one. And just to show you, these flowers are made up of lots of vector shapes with flat fills and flat transparencies. So this should, when we're finished, produce a vector brush. All right, so let's start on our, okay, so let's start working here on our brush. Alright, I'm going to take and right click and drag a copy of one of these flowers, and I'm just going to stick it over here for now. And you can see up here I've got the snap to objects enabled. This is important. And before I go any further, I'm just going to show you to over here under utilities, options, or shift control O will bring up the options panel. And down here, you can see I've got the nudge size set to 100 pixels, which is the same width as my rectangle. Alright, so let's start positioning this flower. And you'll see I'm going to snap it to the edge of the rectangle. So the center of this graphic is now snapped to the edge of this rectangle. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to drag another one. And we're going to snap that in place, and you'll see the guides lines show up. This will indicate that it's snapped identically across, and again snapped to this center. The center of the graphic is snapped to this edge. So this will be the two ends here. So now I am going to grab a red flower, and I am going to resize this down smaller. Rotate it a little bit, and I'm going to stick this red flower so that it is in a pleasing position, kind of within the, that looks good. Now you can see this is not halfway over, it's not snapped over, there's a little bit hanging over here, and this is where the nudge size comes in. I am simply going to go Control K, that makes a clone of it, there's another copy right on top of it. And I'm going to hit the right arrow key to nudge it over, and this will nudge it over exactly 100 pixels. It is important that anything that hangs over this size is exactly lined up over here, because when it's clipped and chopped off, it's got to line up. So now that we've got that, let's take another yellow one, and I'm going to maybe size it down, maybe a little bit bigger than that small red one, and maybe we'll put it kind of down in here. I'm not going to worry about hanging it over right now. We're just going to quickly start filling in our brush. Maybe bring this one down. Grab another yellow one. Rotate. I'm just doing this as quickly as I can, trying to create kind of a pleasing composition. You can overlap the petals if you wish. Maybe bring that one up in. Maybe another small red one here. And another one of these guys. Let's bring another bigger red one in and down just a little bit. Over. Alright. Maybe I'll move that around. Okay. And I think I'm going to grab another small yellow one here, and maybe I will overlap one more on here. Like so. Control K. Nudge. I'm just going to kind of fill it in just to kind of get a nice pleasing composition with our brush. Okay, that's complicated enough. Let's marquee, select the whole thing, and I'm going to tap Q on my keyboard to fit. Alright, now we need to get rid of the gray background color, so I'm simply going to right click. I'm going to select the clipping shape, which will select the gray rectangle, and I'm going to remove the color. Now at this point, I could go ahead and make my repeating brush, and it would look quite lovely, but it would produce a bitmap. If you don't want that bitmap, then there's one more quick little step. So we're going to go up to the Arrange menu, and first off I'm going to click off of it, click on it again so that I make sure it shows that I've got the full clipped group selected. I'm going to go to the Arrange menu. I'm going to go down here to Convert to Editable Shapes, and I'm going to click that. This is probably going to take a minute. There we go. Now you'll see down here, it's now showing one group on layer 1, which is what we want. We now have just a group of vector shapes. And we should be able to go ahead and make our brush now. So let's see. Freehand brush tool, create brush. We're going to create the art brush, click create. And then the next step, we're going to edit that brush. I'm going to set it to repeat along the stroke. I am going to leave it set to ignore, use the colors and definition only. And I'm going to click save. All strokes. Now we should be able to draw with our brush. Let's set the point size something bigger so you can actually see it. Start with 24, and let's just do a quick little line. And there it comes. And you can see it nicely repeats along the line. Looks pleasing. Makes a nice kind of a border. You never know, but that's basically how it's done. So I hope this helped. Thanks for watching.